If you run IBM Langflow, Google MCP Toolbox, or Snowflake CLI in cloud, AI, or developer environments, check versions now. Today's briefing covers critical CVEs that affect AI workflow tooling, MCP integrations, and data engineering command line usage. The practical risk is unauthorized MCP access, data exposure, credentialed requests to unintended endpoints, and server-side request forgery. The defensive move is simple: inventory, upgrade, restrict exposure, and review logs for unexpected job, MCP, or outbound request activity. First, CVE 2026-7663 in IBM Langflow OSS. NVD lists Langflow 1.0.0 through 1.9.6 as affected. The issue is improper authorization enforcement in the streamable MCP transport endpoint. In plain English, an unauthenticated attacker may access protected MCP project resources and execute MCP operations. NVD shows a critical 9.8 CVSS score, with high confidentiality, integrity, and availability impact. For teams using Langflow to connect AI workflows to tools, this is high priority because MCP is often a bridge between a model workflow and real systems. Apply IBM's advisory guidance, upgrade affected deployments, and avoid exposing Langflow management paths directly to the internet. Second, CVE 2026-10560, also in IBM Langflow OSS 1.0.0 through 1.9.6. This one is missing authentication on built public temporary endpoints. With a valid job identifier, an unauthenticated attacker could read build event data or cancel jobs. The NVD critical metric is 9.1. The impact is information disclosure and denial of service. Defenders should patch, rotate, or invalidate sensitive workflow artifacts if exposure is suspected, and review access logs for unusual job status or cancellation patterns. Third, CVE 2026-11720 in googleapis MCP Toolbox. This is a path traversal issue in the HTTP tool URL builder. The risk is not generic web browsing, it is more specific to tool configuration. User-controlled path parameters can escape the operator-configured path scope and cause requests to unintended endpoints on the same target host while forwarding the toolbox's configured credentials. NVD lists it as critical, with CVSS 4.0 score 9.3 and CVSS 3.1 score 9.1. Apply the upstream patch from the googleapis MCP Toolbox project, and audit tool definitions that forward credentials to internal APIs. Fourth, CVE 2026-13751 in Snowflake CLI versions before 3.19. Snowflake describes improper handling of untrusted remote references. Under vulnerable command paths, attacker-controlled SQL content could trigger outbound requests to internal or non-public locations, and remote SQL content could be retrieved and executed in the victim user session context. A critical 9.6 metric is present, although another vector rates it lower because user interaction and local processing matter. Upgrade to Snowflake CLI 3.19 or later, and use the new option to disable remote URL retrieval when your workflows do not need it. The common theme is tool trust. AI and developer automation tools often hold credentials, route internal requests, and connect workflows to sensitive services. Do not only patch the application. Also check where it runs, what credentials it has, what networks it can reach, and which logs prove that unexpected access did not happen. No proof of concept details here, focus on reducing exposure today.